Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and welcome to the rainbow event, specifically the color green. I'm using this sketch from the Facebook group at Scrap a Sketch, and so is everyone else doing the color green. So this ought to be kind of fun. This looks like it's a grid that's made with some lines separating and some mixed media. I'm not going to have any mixed media on mine because I went hog wild with pattern paper. And I'm using Printables, and I will explain to you. My assignment was, if you will, to use primarily the color green. It didn't have to be monochromatic, but green had to be the main color. So I think you'll agree that green is the main color here. But when I printed my photos, I noticed there was a lot of hot pink and red and yellow. So I had a lot of that in my composition. So in addition to the shades of green printables, and I've got the shades of green printables, these kind of elliptical images. Let me kind of show you what that is. That is one of the papers, and then there's the scripty paper, the dotty grid paper, and this green heart paper, which I kind of pumped up the colors on these a little bit on my computer. But I went to back to a Valentine collection called Love to Love, and I pulled all of these kind of pink and pinkish red or reddish pink. This paper that you see little slivers of here and there, and anytime you see a flower that is not green, it came from there. So those are the two sets of printables I used. As you can see, I cut quite a few of the icons from the green page. I'm holding this in reserve. I don't know that I have an eye on maybe using one of those tickets or maybe one of these circles. I originally was going to use purple with green, but I don't have enough purple in my photos, so I think the Love to Love was better. The alphas I'm using for my title are these paintable alphas from the Fernwood collection by Vicki Boutin. I'm going to put those aside, and that's the first thing I'm going to do right now is paint the alphas, and then I will kind of glue the things down. I haven't glued any of this down. Let's see. I'm going to spray some water on a piece of packaging, and I'm going to dip my whoops. That was something I failed to use in my last page. I'm going to use Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just going to kind of color these. It's a shade of green that is found in these papers. It's Mowed Lawn is what I'm using. And I love that you can color these and you don't have to stay inside the lines, and you don't have to do anything, kind of like perfectly. I love these alphas, and if I ever find them anywhere, I buy them because I use them a lot. In fact, they're my kind of my go-to alphas, I think. And I like that coloring it that way. It leaves the white border and it comes out kind of dotty. And I'm going to enhance the dottiness by kind of just tapping some color down. Okay, so now let's see how I'm going to get all this done. I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to start by putting a little bit of glue kind of in the middle of the square, and I want it so that the scripty square is kind of parallel to the corners. And I'm going to use this, but I want a little bit of foam behind it. I put foam behind some of the elements here, but not all of them. I kind of want to rough that up a bit. I'm going to kind of lay it right there. And then I have foam dots behind this. And then I'm going to put this yellow piece right there. And then I have, let's see, I thought I had 2 curled up leaves. I did. Actually, I had 3. I might have even had 4. But I'm just going to kind of glue these down. I'm going to get these upside down. I want all the little things kind of reaching up. Let's do that. And where did the other leaf go? I have some of these leaves. Those leaves are from the Love to Love. This style of leaf is from the Shades of Green, and the green collection that I showed you is called Shades of Green. So let me get this one over here and kind of get it around the same position. Is that movable? Yeah. I'm not going to worry a whole lot about spacing because there's a kind of an optical illusion with, and oh my gosh, how much do you love this little light bulb? It is gorgeous. I want the light bulbs in every color, outlined, filled in, colored, all the things. And I'm going to kind of put that right there. I'm going to curl these leaves and put this one right there. And then I have a purple flower which I thought could go maybe right there, and then I will use one of these leafy leaves. There we go. Okay, And now I'm going to put this one right in the middle so that I get kind of halfway equal spacing on either side. And I varied what I did. I will kind of tell you because you didn't get to see me do this part. I cut the photos were like 2.7 inches by 2.7 inches square. And so I cut these yellow the little yellow cardstock bits to go behind the photos. I cut those at just shy of 3 inches, not quite 3 inches, 3.8 or something, or 2.8 or something. And then the green with the hearts was 3 inches, and then the back, like here, the dark, and then this circly grid, those are 3 1/8. So just a little bit difference. I could have done all the paper squares 3 inches and still had that kind of stacked and layered look. But I'm kind of describing to you what I actually did so you know how I made this one. Okay, there. I'm going to get the photo ones are easy because I'm not embellishing them at all. There's so much color and so much vibrancy in the photos that I didn't want to do anything. And I'll tell you where all these photos were taken. These are gardens over the years that we've had at this house. And this one is right up front on a bed that's right beside the driveway, and that's the garage. But the crepe myrtles are blooming over here, and there's some this is a butterfly bush, and it has kind of fuchsia, pinkish, purple stuff. And then these are black-eyed Susans, which are a daisy-like flower. This is on the back deck, and it is, these are all in pots. There's some caladiums, and these are portulaca and purslane, and some vinca, and some others. These are, for the most part, are annuals. This is on the front yard, way the opposite end of the house from this bed, and this is as you turn the corner to go around to my door in the basement. And that's an azalea. These are like Easter lilies. This is a big turtle that John got me many, many years ago, probably 20 years ago. And it has a little trap door that you can open and put a candle in it, and then the light shines through those little cut holes. It's metal. It was handmade by an artist in the Houston area and sold at a like a home show kind of place. Okay, so let me get this one on there, and these things will go on it, and then I'll get this one on. And I started to go ahead and do some mixed media, but then I thought, nah, I really want the pattern papers to be showcased here. So I kind of like that. All right, this I have some journaling, but I did space it out. I placed the flowers where the flowers are going to go. I'm going to put that smack dab in the middle instead of off to the side. And then I have this, which goes right there. And I have a large heart that goes there, and this heart came from the Love to Love. And then I have this smaller heart that comes from the Shades of Green. So I'm overlapping those, and it kind of looks like just one heart, which I kind of like. Okay, here is a tag, and this is probably going to be the most monochromatic of the squares. Let's see. I'm going to put the tape on this way, and then I'll do that because I don't want to. And I'll show you what I've done with the cameras. On the Love to Love paper, there was a pinkish red camera and a green camera. So I cut out both of them, and I overlaid the green so that just a tiny bit of that red shows. And that, to me, actually brings out the green a little bit better. Now, since that's at an angle up there, I'm going to put this at an angle down here. I have cut a bow. I believe this is also from the Love to Love, and I love putting bows on, let's see, I think it goes this way, on tags. So I think that works. Now, I want to add some of these leaves, like there. That one can go there. Let me curl that back up. I've kind of pressed it down too far. I'll have it going a different direction. Okay, and then this one, I was going to maybe try to work in here, kind of like that, just to have it going in a different direction from those two leaves. So I think I'll do that. And then I will have leaves cut leaves on every square. Now, if I were going to use tickets, I'd use them right here beside this, and I kind of like that idea. So let's see, what color? I think I'm going to take this dark green one. Well, maybe not. Maybe why not all three? Sorry, you're going to have to. Maybe I'll just do two. Put this back over here, and I'll bring this here. I know for a fact I want this dark one, and I'm just going to cut it with, I'll cut across instead of trying to cut the little perforations. I'll just cut across the white, and then it'll look like you're seeing the white through the perforations. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's my approach with these leaves. I do cut out the little circle. I know some people are precise enough with their punches that they can do that with a punch, kind of punch half a hole with a hole punch, and I never get that right. So here, and I'm gonna distress the edges of the tickets. I have distressed the tag and this piece of notebook paper and this little journaling bit, and I have not distressed any of the mats around the photos. No particular reason. I just I like varying them. It's kind of like some things are higher and some things are lower, and some things have been around longer and therefore are distressed, and some things are brand new and they're not distressed. So that's kind of that's my theory there. I'm gonna staple these together. And do them like so. Let me get a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to curl that one up. There we go. And you know what would be cute right there is just a tiny little flower. Or what about that green butterfly? The tiny green butterfly. Oops, I almost cut through it. And yeah, I'm cutting through that tag, and that's a perfectly good tag. But all I have to do is print it again. And I have another full tag and a series of small butterflies. So I'll do this one really quick, and then that ends everything. And being a green butterfly, it's going to keep my monochromatic look to that square, and that kind of will set that all green tone. And there's certainly a lot of green in the photos, so I'm not worried that Boss Lady will kick me out of the group for not having enough green. I think I've kept with the spirit of it, but since it's kind of a rainbow challenge, you know, I have a couple of other colors that I grabbed hold of from the rainbow. I guess I should do this on camera. The light would be better for one thing. I have not figured out the answer to my lighting problem, and I probably won't before I go out of town. Let's do this, and we'll just put it right there at that kind of ugly end of those tickets. And we are done. I thought about writing something there, but I've already done my journaling here. And the dates, these are all 4 different dates, and the dates are not important. For me, it kind of documents what this says. The title says green thumb. What I say here is, wish I still had a green thumb, maybe one day. And I you know, those of you who are familiar with my back and shoulder issues, and also some, you know, like events, I really haven't kept up with my gardening. When I get back at the end of April, I already have hired my grandson to help me empty all the pots, kind of clean them out and get them ready to receive. So let me turn the light down. Let's see. Maybe like that. I don't know if you can see that, if that's better or worse. I'm thinking it's worse. So let's go up here. This camera doesn't do close-ups like my phone did. So this will be posted on the Scrap a Sketch Facebook group, and on my story on Facebook, and in Instagram at Scrappy Kathy Y, and on my own Facebook page, my Scrappy Facebook page, Scrappy Kathy. So I thank you for watching, and I'm hoping that you consider this a green page. So by